So you open your ISC physics book to start studying and suddenly remembered your 37 pending derivations, 14 definitions, and exactly 0% idea of where to begin.
Hey everyone, I totally get it. ISC physics can be a never ending monster of derivations, diagrams, definitions, and one mark traps. But let me tell you something, it's not about studying everything, it's about studying the right thing the right way. We'll talk about how to tackle derivations, how I approached numericals, basically, how I prepared for physics. Let's make physics less scary and more scory. Let's begin. But before we even get into the strategies, let me tell you something that most of the people ignore. The teacher you study from matters a lot. Because physics isn't just about derivations and formulas, it's about how those concepts are explained to you. If you are not connecting with your teacher, even the easiest topics will start to feel like rocket science to you. If you ask me, I was learning both offline and online. My offline teacher, Rohit sir, he wasn't just a great teacher, he was someone who cleared not only my physics doubts, but also my self doubts. Honestly speaking, I was scared of physics in the beginning of class 12th, like genuinely nervous. But the way he taught concepts in such a fun and approachable manner, it changed everything. Every Sunday we had doubt sessions and every Monday a test. So I had that constant push and support. And online I was following MR Sir, one of the best teacher I've come across. If you're someone who is studying online or doing self-study, just leave your physics to him and follow everything he says seriously. And for doubts, new doubt solving feature is available in the Infinity version of the batch, which is actually super helpful. So use it and don't keep your doubts pending. So yeah, choose your teacher who gives you clarity, not confusion. Someone you are tuned to. Because once your concepts are clear, half of the battle is already won. Now, once I had the right guidance in place, the next big thing was how I actually studied. Because just attending class doesn't guarantee marks, it's what you do after class that matters. First, I made sure that I understood the concepts really well, like genuinely understood them, not just memorized. I'd rewatch lectures, revisit Rohit sir's notes, and every time I found any gap in my understanding, I'd fix it then and there. No procrastination. And trust me, once your concepts are strong, the derivations become much easier. You stop memorizing and start understanding the logic behind each step. So it becomes quite easier. I made dedicated short notes for all the derivations, and I made sure that I know the logic behind each step in the derivation, no blind memorizing. I kept my notes in a compiled manner so that I'm not confused day before my exams. So instead of just passive reading, I made short notes for each chapter and revised them again and again. Even if I had just 15 minutes, I'd pick a few and mentally run through them. That regular revision built my confidence. Now let's talk about diagrams. A perfect diagram can fetch you full marks. I practiced every diagram as if I'm drawing it in an exam. Pencil, scale, label, and most importantly, speed with accuracy. My goal was draw fast, draw perfect, and honestly, those Monday tests in coaching really trained me because I knew that I had to draw under time pressure. Now let's talk about numerical, the part the most students love or avoid. Since I was preparing for NEET, I had practiced a good number of numericals, so my speed and formula grip was strong. But I'll be honest, I didn't focus on ISC PYQs until and after my pre boards. So if you're watching it early, start now. You'll thank yourself later. As for where I practiced from, I did numericals under MR Sir during online lectures, and in offline classes, Rohit Sir used to give us numerical worksheets. I also did few from ISC textbook and reviewed MR Sir's notes before boards, and of course, I practiced PYQs. Honestly, ISC numericals are pretty direct, formula based, a bit of logic, and calculator is allowed, so not that scary. For most students, ISC textbooks are enough for the practice, but if you want extra, I'd go for Arihant books. I didn't use it for physics, but it really helped me out in chemistry and bio. One of the most effective thing I did was solving past 5 years question papers of ISC board. It gave me a real sense what ISC repeats and what to expect. A friend of mine also recommended me a channel, Physics Fun Limited, where a sir had covered chapter wise PYQs of past 10 years. Honestly, that helped me a lot. I didn't get time to do all chapters, but even the few I did, surprise! So many questions were repeated word for word. And yes, there are derivations which are repeated almost every year, so if you're short of time, you can prioritize these. If you are serious about scoring well in ISC physics, then here is something non negotiable: regular testing, active recall, and repeated revision. For me, the Monday tests in our offline coaching were blessings in disguise. They forced me to stay consistent and revise every single week. And trust me, testing yourself under pressure boosts up your exam stamina like nothing else. Another thing I followed was active recall. I didn't just revise, I closed the book and asked myself questions. I tried to recall the derivations, diagrams, and definitions, and all this only works if you are consistent with your practice. Even 20-30 minutes of focused revision daily can make a big difference. Look, I was once a student who was scared of physics, but with right teacher, right strategy, and consistent effort, I turned it around. And if I can do it, so can you. And one more thing, I had practiced competency based questions from the question bank which was given by ISC Council. They felt tougher than PYQs, but honestly, our actual board exam was more in line with PYQs. Still, it doesn't mean that your exam will be the same. Always expect the unexpected. But don't worry, those competency based questions are totally doable if your concepts are clear. Follow my tips, be consistent, and you can definitely score 90 plus, like I did. And hey, I'm not just here to share what I did, I'm here to help you do even better. So if this video even helped you a little, do subscribe. I'll keep dropping the content that's real, practical, and just for you. All the best. I'll see you in the next one. Until then.